facts on the lesson. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a live, but I still reinvest it. Fear how I feel, then you feel it's a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Fingers to the down, hold it down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you haven't already seen it, the market was absolutely awful. It was historic. I have statistics to go over with you, but now we got to talk. There is a very big rumor on this. It's not a rumor. It's just this is what they are talking about on Wall Street right now, and this is after today. I mean, a lot of people were surprised. Even then, you know, I've been talking about this week, you know, the false bull. I'm sure if you've been watching the videos, you know what I'm saying, but even this played out a lot different than a lot of people could have imagined. So it was big, but we got to talk about this. I'm going to say it right now. Market capitulation. Some of y'all, it was a bad. You know, people are giving up. It's you, it's them. Literally, I'm telling you, there is quote from Wall Street hedge fund managers who are literally saying that they are scared like everybody else. But this is what they are saying right now. Here is the rumor. They're saying it looks like both forced liquidation and the same selling patterns as 2008 and during the pandemic in March. So they're saying, given the magnitude of everything going on, that this could be a bunch of margin calls, and then factor in a lot of the other funds who have lost money. Even like think about the Bill Huang thing and all that. But they're saying the pricing pattern of how we are selling off, it is looking very computer algorithmic, but this is something we saw in 2008 and during the pandemic. Now, capitulation. A lot of people are just, you know, giving up left and right, and that's what this could be saying. Maybe they are forced to, but now we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to go over what happened today. It is very simple. We need to talk about this, but quite simply, there is a lot of opportunity. We're going to do a lot of trades tomorrow. I'm just telling you now, this next week, so I hope you're ready. But before I get into any of that, you need to see this right here. Today was one of the biggest 24-hour shifts that we've seen. It has made it into the top 10. So you can see here, the actual number one was in March 13th, 2020. The first day we were up 10%, and then the next day we were down 12.2. The only other times you see it goes to 2000, 01, 2000, and then 08. But what do you notice right there? April 28th this year, just a couple of days ago, that was actually bigger than today. And that's what a lot of people were talking about. Even I was saying this here, you know, just imagine, go watch Monday's watch list. We were laughing about how, okay, well, the market rallied at the end of the day just to end up near the lows and people were happy. And then today, people were freaking out, but we were at one point up until like the final hour or so, we were literally above the May gains. We were still positive for May and just slightly below the close of yesterday, but it felt dramatic. So as you can see, this is a historical move that we got. And even then, what you saw on the NASDAQ, I mean, it makes sense. We were down 5.7% at one point. The NASDAQ dropped more today, or as much. The only time it moved more was in June or March, of 2020, and then the S&P, that moved as much as it did in June 2020. So there was all of this. It was absolutely crazy. Now, why did this happen? What are we going to see next? So very simple. Why did this happen? It was Jerome Powell. There's no way around it. That was the big event yesterday. We had an hour of going up. Again, the market reacted to those three questions. But like I said, those questions aren't going away. Powell didn't really have the magic. And well, this is kind of what we saw here today. But quite simply, the bonds finally reacted. That's it. I mean, a lot of people are pointing to this and that and earnings and just saying how people were. There was in the morning, and this one was a big deal. The UK raised rates, and they warned about a recession if they continue to raise rates and combat inflation. So that was kind of negative, but European stocks did not go down like we did today, but a lot of people were just interpreting everything from Powell, and people were saying things, but like I'm saying, it's simple. The bonds moved. The bonds broke through the low. They are back to the same high that we hit in 2018, and that high in 2018, some would arguably say caused the repo crisis, but pretty much the bonds are surging now, and like I was talking about, I don't think they could go much lower, but if they do, we have a problem on our hands. Again, this is the the analysis I'm trying to give you. I could tell you what I think, but, and I don't think the bond yields will keep going up too high. What I mean go lower, I'm talking about TLT, but if it goes below, if TLT could go below like 110 and even get to like 103, that's it, but pretty much like a below like 110, 109, it gets insane, and then that could start looking like the 80s, but I would say that was the real cause. But if anything, simply said, this was just the digestion of Powell. Pretty much a lot of people still had a lot of questions. There was some bullish reaction, but when it all settled in, inflation's still an issue. Oil was even up today early. It's just like all of the things, nothing has really changed in what Powell said. The fact that the bonds moved, it is showing you that the bond market is saying, listen, Powell, if you ain't going to do the job, we will, and that's why the rates are going up. That's showing implications of big money. Even the dollar came back up today, but this was just the digestion of something important. And like we were just talking about, these big swings, any of these times, there was a lot of stuff going on, and big developments are causing big swings. So that's what it was. We're going to see where this goes from now. Now, as far as any plays, I did grab a UVXY today, and we're going to talk about that. But remember, yesterday, we did those SPY dailies, and that was good. And if you were there, oh my gosh, end of the day, we were talking about those 4.7s for $20. They're going for 200 now, but then I go and look at some of the other put plays that we had, like the dominoes for earnings, they're like break even. The EWGs are actually slightly down, even though, again, in Germany didn't go down, but the EWG did. What I'm trying to say is I think it's just going to be the shorter term trading opportunities, and that's why I'm going to set up for a lot of gambles tomorrow. Pretty much, I'm going to go for some low probability plays. I'm just going to be willing to throw down a little bit more money, because once we start moving from here, I'm thinking these shorter term plays with pretty much near the money, stock market just moving 10, 20 points up and down, again, hundreds of dollars on Amazon, stuff like that. That is good to take advantage of it, but I'm not going to try to predict anything. I'm just going to ride the wave and really just see where the momentum is, because I think we're going to get a lot of chop on this. So I did make a couple of plays today, but like I said here today, I want to focus on those short terms, and then any other plays, I'm going to be focusing commodities, oil, the things that have really been driving inflation or that are kind of the biggest risks here in the market. We're still in the wheat and all of that. And really the thing I'm saying is that there's going to be some plays where we're trying to get 6, 9, 12 months out on the downside, or that could give us, or even to the upside if it's commodities. Again, EWG would be to the downside, but like I'm saying, there's those plays that we're trying to get good premiums on. And then now in this market with the ups and downs, up 4, down 4, this is going to be a trading market. It will be expensive. And that's why I'm saying there will be risk, but it's short term, and then finding a play where you could actually have a thesis and some level of certainty. So that being said, now as far as the UVXY, I think this was the first trade that I made, or actually I went with oil first. Oxy, that was up. Warren Buffett bought more. I grabbed a June 75 contract, kind of close to the money. Again, the premiums were high. I just waited. I got this. The first trade was probably by 8. Waited a couple of hours there, but grabbed one for $1.65. I like the energy. It is up. It was even at 114. 115 today for Brent. I think if that starts playing out, it could be good. But again, that one even longer dated, but that one's June. I'm trying to just finesse the contracts here. Again, the prices were very, very difficult. Again, Oxy was up because of Buffett. And then the second play, this one ended up going up 200%. I only grabbed one, and this is where I'm saying, like we've been doing, I might just go bigger both ways and try to get a better return on some of these, but they're extremely risky and we need the momentum. But like I'm saying, if you get forced liquidation, big bounces, it's like the momentum is carrying the underlyings a lot, and there is opportunity. But I grabbed the VIX because we brought this up today. If you look at the VIX over the last couple days, it's still not reaching the highs of when we were at, pretty much higher levels on the SPY. It's hard to bring the VIX back up, especially after 5 months. So I said, relatively speaking, with everything kind of going crazy, VIX is kind of underpriced more or less. If it continues, I waited till we started to break another low there, one of the key levels, and then I grabbed one of the 1850s for 32 cents, and then I grabbed a Cisco June 17th, 42.5 play. I bought 5 of these. This one was a scanner play. Cisco has earnings in a little bit. I said, well, it's tech. They're kind of coming down there. I think this one could be a decent one. Got more time than the scanner and went closer to the money than the play that I saw, and said, we'll ride it out there and go from there. Now, as far as tomorrow, I'm not bullish nor bearish. If anything, I still actually think we might even get a little bit of bounce. I have a theory. I might just share it with you on the weekend. But what I'm saying, play the momentum, and that is what I'm going to be focusing on. If we start to get up, I just want to find factors that lets us know that it's confirmed. We talk about this today. Pretty much everything's going to go up. If there is going to be momentum to the upside, even the bad earnings, they are going to start moving up. Otherwise, if we could kind of see some weak industries, I won't be safe, and I'm just going to go with momentum up or down. So today was wild. I hope you're ready. I honestly think it's only going to get crazier from here. There's a lot that we are going to see. There is definitely going to be a lot that we are going to learn. But ladies and gentlemen, you are living through history. I hope you're ready, and I hope you don't choose to capitulate. You know, we did talk about this today. Control your balance, control your budget. Realistically, if you could reduce your demand for capital and don't overextend yourself in any way, whether it's a trade, long-term, and just give yourself some more mental comfort where you don't need a demand for any of the capital that you're trading with, I'm telling you, it will change a lot of things. But there's a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of scary stuff. We are just combining the historic events, and it's going to be nuts. So I hope you're ready. Let's have a fun Friday, and I hope you're ready to trade, baby. But God bless you, Chad. Have a wonderful evening, and that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure hydrate healthy, ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember, baby, that circumstance, it can't hurt you. It's not the circumstance. It's how you react to it, baby. So let's go. React positively and wake up and drive. But I love you, Chad. God bless you. And God is good, bro. We live in good. Get ready, man. Just it's still this is like second inning, bro. It's like third inning. Good night.